Well, to discuss some of these developments in the All Progressives Congress and the build-up to the 2023 presidential election, I've now been joined by Nurudeen Abatemi-Usman, who is a member of the All Progressives Congress and a former senator, or is it retired senator they call it, from Kogi State. He's also chairman APC non-serving senator. For a very warm welcome to Newsnight.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you were filled with a lot of smiles, you know, when you saw the youthful governor of Kogi State, Yahya Bello, making his formal declarations. And some people are saying the youths are coming. It's time for the old guards, you know, to step aside.
Certainly, my smile was watching the television and seeing the event that unfolded today at the Eagle Square. Incidentally, that's my governor, Governor Yahya Bello. Impressive, given the turnout. Yeah, impressive. So I was just smiling. And
does the turnout of the crowd, does it make the candidates? Is your governor, your senator, you know, who's been in the red chambers, how would you rate him? How Kogi people, Kogites as you call yourselves, how do they rate him?
Well, I wouldn't, I'm not here to rate him. I'm sure he rates himself. I wish him luck. The crowd doesn't make presidential race. I'm sure you know that. The crowd matters when a particular mode of choosing a presidential candidate is taken, and that's the direct primaries. There is the indirect primaries, there's the direct primaries, and then of course there's the consensus. So the crowd will matter if the direct is chosen. But you know, we all have different experiences. I have mine. I appreciate my experience, and
of course your support base. You know, the list is growing in the All Progressives Congress. Those who want to come out for to contest the 2023 presidential or seeking the ticket of the APC first and the rest. And we know the Minister of Transportation has not made a formal declaration, but groups are urging him on. And we hear he says he's an Igbo man now because of the likelihood of zoning to the southern part of Nigeria, with the chairman coming from the north of APC. And maybe the Southeast will have a shot. What are your thoughts here?
Well, going by conventions, going by tradition, a ruling party, usually when they have, they don't do things haphazardly, they do things deliberately. APC deciding to pick the chairman of the party from the north, and particularly in this instance from the North Central, is a deliberate thing. For any discerning person, that tells you a lot. That's almost saying, that's almost a given that the presidential candidate of this party will come from another, across the Niger, most likely from the south. Because also it's a convention, without any pronouncement, I think we can safely bet, if you're a betting person, that the presidential candidate is going to come from the south of Nigeria.
All right, okay, that's the thinking. But again, another school of thought, they are saying that looking from the fallout of the convention, you know, the conditions of the primaries, whether direct, indirect, and the rest, you know, were jettisoned for consensus. Yes, it is in the Electoral Act and the rest. Some members feel aggrieved. Some said they were cajoled, you know, using all instruments of power to make them, you know, succumb to to consensus. Is your party again going to be looking at a consensus candidate for its presidential candidates right now?
APC is a party that is governed by rules, and certainly an organization that tries to abide by legal boundaries, limits. APC will pick its candidates within the legally defined parameters, whether that be direct primary, indirect, or consensus. I happen to know quite a few of the chairmanship aspirants who made it to purchase of forms, and what you just said is not what I hear from those who have spoken to me very candidly in private. None of them who've spoken to me told me about any cajoling. None of them was forced.
That's to you.
Yeah.
And those who spoke to me.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So it's your say. I'm just giving you my.
No. I mean that's within your confines. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. But how about these kites being bandied? You know, a former president is going to be the consensus candidate, and okay, we're giving him conditions. Let him bring some governors from the opposition party, and the ticket is his.
I'm not going to give that any response. No, this party is a serious party, peopled by serious-minded men and women. You can stay in the realm of speculation. I'll stay on the practical street, all right, where our candidates are already party members, or rather, and I'm sure our candidate is already a card-carrying member of APC as we speak, inshallah. Any other speculation?
An outsider cannot, railroad and pick the tickets. Is that what you're saying? You're putting a finger to that? It's politics, you remember?
In politics, I'll be the first to admit to you that 24 hours is like a lifetime. Mm-hmm. But, that's for the person who is observing from a distance. But if you're inside and following the indices that foretell this particular things, no. As I sit here, no. But I can't stop learning. I'll not be surprised. I'll not be shocked.
Okay, your answer for now is no. And we'll say thank you so very much for that, for your submissions. Senator Nurudeen Abatemi-Usman, he's the chairman of non-serving senator and the chieftain of the All Progressives Congress. Thanks so very much for joining us on Newsnight. Well, it's time for a short break. We've still got plenty more stories ahead. Don't go away.